Now, as London's roads reach gridlock, more and more people are buying motorcycles. And the trend isn't just for men. Martin Bissiger discovered that the fairer sex are also donning their leathers.
Think once, think twice, think bike, went the advert. And in London, it's becoming hard not to. On every road and around every corner, motorbikes are staking their claim to the streets. And these days, it's not just the guys. The Motorcycle Association recently produced figures stating that 1 in 4 of all new bike testers is a woman. But why?
Both my brothers used to ride bikes for years, and I used to go scrambling with them. But because I was a girl, I wasn't allowed to ride. So when I came to London, and I stuck 2 years in the traffic in a car, not moving, trying to get 4 miles down the road, taking me 2 hours, I just decided enough's enough, really, and went for my bike licence.
Not everybody does their training in a field with their brothers off-road. In 1990, CBT was introduced, compulsory basic training, and its effect has been marked, a 70% reduction in the number of serious accidents. I asked what it was like out there on the real road.
I mean, every morning's like being part of an interactive CD-ROM game. You know, you get out there and everybody wants to kill you. Pedestrians jump out, motorcyclists come shooting down the middle of the road, car doors parked, you know, door just opens and you get out the way. I mean, it's terrifying, it's great. With a bigger bike, people take a bit more attention, they pay a bit more attention to you, they're less likely to knock you over.
Now, it's one thing to say when you're riding a modern 50cc moped like this. For the real truth, I had to look for something a little bit bigger.
Yes, it is huge, and I dread the day if I have to drop it. It's heavy. I believe it's about a ton, but it's so well balanced, so well balanced. You can take it amongst the traffic without a problem.
I think that actually the market has catered more for women riders, and bikes are really by virtue of the technology, they're a lot smaller than they used to be. Plus things are brighter, more colourful, you know, there's, the clothing's improved. It's not just black leather and zips.
But there must be more to it than the colour of your leathers, and the real reason would appear to be the thrills and not the spills.
You've got the excitement. Every trip is a little adventure.
It's a lot of freedom, and I think a lot of women like that about the bike.
I think it's just because it's cool. Bikes are really great to ride.
Whatever the ladies make of it, the statistics speak for themselves. Biking certainly beats sitting in traffic for hours on end. So could the humble moped be the answer to London's traffic congestion problems in the 21st century? Well, here at Channel 1, we think so. Martin Bissiger, Channel 1 in central London.
To many of us, cleaning windows is a necessary chore, but to some people, it's a full-time job. Perched high up above the City of London, Ricky Noe has been shining windows for more than 6 years.
I'm Ricky Noe, I'm a window cleaner. I've been cleaning windows on this building for 5 years. Work 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 6 till 1 in the afternoon, which is okay really, because you've got the rest of the afternoon off to yourself. It's horrible in the winter though, freezing cold and dark. You can't feel your hands sometimes. Been cleaning windows now for about 6.5 years. Started with my brother as a tumbler, which is a novice window cleaner, and what we call an experienced window cleaner is a shiner. And I'm shining windows now. I like working up here in this cradle when the weather's like this, but when it's raining, it's horrible. To clean a perfect window, you need half a bucket of water, a little bit of washing up liquid, a dolly, a squeegee. The dolly is what you scrub the window with, and the squeegee is the metal runner with the rubber blade in the middle of it. Just like a windscreen wiper, really. And then you just scrub the windows with a dolly and take all the water and soap off with a squeegee. And that's how you get the perfect shine on the glass. If you use too much washing up liquid in the water, it just dries quicker and it's not as good. I think there's over 1,000 windows in this building we have to clean, inside and outside. It can take 2 days for a window to get dirty, a week, it depends on the weather. And then we have to start all over again, cleaning the windows, top to bottom. People ask me what the windows are like in my house. My mum says they're dirty. I think she's right. They do look a little bit dirty, but I'm sick of seeing windows. There's 6 of us on the gang. I'm the boss of the other 5 members of the gang. That's what we call ourselves on here, is a gang. This is John. We've been working together a few years in this cradle now. You ready?
Are you ready to go? Let's go. You ready?
Yep.
Just a bit of wire, son.
Once you start going down in the cradle, you can't pull yourself up, it's too heavy. You have to go all the way to the bottom, which takes about 1 hour and 10 minutes to complete the whole drop, and then starts all over again, rigging, everything. I think I'll stay a window cleaner until I win the lottery, and that'll be it. I'll be off.
So that's how it's done. Well, we're going for a short break now, but stay with us. In a couple of minutes, we'll be taking the road to Bethnal Green to join the East End of London at play.
Unfortunately, Channel 1 will cease broadcasting at 6 o'clock on Friday, the 25th of September. If you need more information, then call 0181 938 3651.
She inspired one of the world's most famous operas. Now she is immortalized in an exclusive limited edition figurine by Royal Dalton, dramatically brought to life in English fine bone china, and available only from Compton and Woodhouse. Carmen is finished by hand in luxurious 22-karat gold and issued with a unique edition number. Call 0800 30 80 10 to admire Carmen in your own home. There's no obligation, and you need send no money now. If you decide to keep her, you may pay in monthly installments. Carmen comes with a free CD of the opera. So call now on 0800 30 80 10 and enjoy forever the magic of Carmen.
That satiny smooth feeling. Now it's all yours with the Gillette Sensor XL for women. Feel its unique handle and non-slip rubber grip. Feel how the protective microfins safely cushion your skin, how each blade responds to your every curve. Sensor XL for women. Hold on to the feeling. And try Satin Care, the moisture-rich shave gel from Gillette.
Emma, how do you like your coffee?
I like it with body, a smooth body, with the taste just this side of decadence, rich, mysterious, with dark bubbles popping on the surface, and a mouthfeel of silk and velvet.
Right.
New Black Gold from Nescafe. A rich revelation in taste.
Nescafe. Do you want to be in the movies? Do you want to appear in a science fiction feature film? you could appear on the big screen. For more information on how you could take part, call 0660 115511 and we'll send you details. Are you ready to witness the return?
Channel 1. I really need to know what the weather's going to be like.
Channel 1. I love watching it for the food programmes as well as the news. I like the American chart show.
I like to watch Channel 1 in the morning, get ahead of everybody else.
In the evenings.
Channel 1. Local television, only on cable.
Hello, I'm Mary-Louise Krieger and I'm going to be taking you on a tour of all the interesting places around London. Now, if you were rich enough to buy yourself a place in the country, a place where you could get away from it all and into the fresh air, then where better than Bethnal Green? Yes, that really was the case just a couple of hundred years ago. This here was the village green, and just a mile to the west was the city, so it really was the perfect rural retreat for the wealthy. And one of your neighbours was the king, who lived in the Tower of London just over there. And in fact, that road over there used to be called Dog Row, which is where he kept his dogs for hunting. But nowadays, Bethnal Green attracts a very different type of hunter, the bargain hunter. Right, well, here in Bethnal Green Market, you can get shoes or you can get things for your dog. And I'm here at the pet stall. Come around here and have a look. Hello, what have you got here? You've got all sorts of things for your dog, haven't you? How long have you been coming to Bethnal Green Road Market?
26 years.
So what sort of good things have you got for your dog here? Tell me your best bargain for a dog.
Best bargain?
Yeah.
Pig's ears.
Pig's ears?
Pig's ears.
Show me your pig's ears. Oh, now look at that. I mean, that is a hound's idea of a luxury. Do dogs really like these? Oh, go on, tell me what they are.
No, I can't.
Go on, what's a small woofer? £6 for a pound, they look like good value. What is it?
Got bigger ones as well.
Right, well, what's a woofer? I've got £3 for a pound if I've got a big one, or £6 for a pound for a small one. You don't want to tell me what it is. Go on, tell me.
Balls Willie.
No way. Well, for me, the ultimate bargain here at Bethnal Green Road Market has got to be, for 10p, a pig snout. Talking about bargains, what about this? 12 lighters for a pound and multicoloured too. It's almost enough to make me start smoking. Not quite though. And what about this? Have you been following the latest trends? Yo-yos, only a pound. And what's more, for £2 you get one that you can play with at night because it lights up. Fantastic. Now down here, good bargain, sir?
Yeah, very well.
Fantastic. What did you buy? 2 films, how much were they?
£5.
£5. Well, go home and take pictures of all your family.
Going on holidays tomorrow.
Oh, have a nice holiday. Now, how about this? 10p for a pound. It's enough to make you become a journalist, isn't it? Let's go on to the next store, see what we've got here. Excuse me, gentlemen. What about this lady here? Oh. Hello, are you a regular customer to this stall?
Oh, very much so, yeah.
What do you come here to buy?
Bread, plantain, oh gosh, peppers, season the meat. Gosh, what else? Oh,
what about this aloe vera down here?
I done some of that this morning.
Oh, what, do you put it on your face?
Well, I drink it, peel it, boil it, drink it, and then whatever's left inside, I rub it on my face.
And it keeps you looking young, does it?
Supposed to, yeah.
Well, you're doing very well on it. Well, look what I found here. It's a market inspector. What's your name?
Patrick Roberts.
Patrick, why do you think people come all the way to Bethnal Green Road, especially for this market?
So pick up bargains, and it's a good place to meet people. And like I said, it's a good culture of people that come into the market from all areas.
And the bargains are particularly good here, do you think?
Oh yeah, you pick up a good bargain, yeah. You know, there's room to barter as well.
Well, I'm here now with Terry, who's a long-standing stallholder. Terry, how long have you been coming to Bethnal Green Road Market?
About 10 years.
What's special about Bethnal Green Road Market?
Atmosphere, I think, people. Yeah, we know a lot of people down here, have some good laughs.
And bargains, show me some of your best bargains.
Bargains, yeah. Ladies' night dress, £20 in the catalogue, £3.
It's obviously a popular stall, a lot of people in a queue here. Excuse me? Can I I ask you... She's obviously busy, but come on. Quickly, can I ask you how long you've been coming to Bethnal Green Road?
Years, I live here.
It's a good place to have the market stall, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Has it changed in the years you've been coming here?
Yeah, it's got a bit quieter.
Why do you think that is?
Too many big stores around.
Really? But your fruit and veg looks fantastic. Why would they want to buy it from Tesco?
Oh, I don't know, you better ask the customers.
We always come here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why do you come here especially?
Well, because it's all good fruit, all good stuff.
And it's cheaper
And it's cheaper. Very pleasant.
It is. It does look very good to me. How long have you been coming here?
Years. I'm nearly 80. I've been coming for years.
Well, you're looking very good on all the fruit and veg, I must say. Fantastic. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoy your fruit and veg.
Thank you.
Now, just look at that. Jelly deals. You can't get more typical East End than that, can you? Why do people eat jelly deals? I can't say they look like my cup of tea.
Well, you should try them and you'll find out.
Do you eat them?
I love them.
Why have you been coming to Bethnal Green Road so many years?
Try to scratch your living.
Well, if you've shopped till you've dropped and then you want some lunch, the best place to come is the Pie and Mash shop. And this is one of the best ones in the area. Come with me. One pie and mash, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Do you want liquor on it?
What's that?
Parsley sauce.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right.
Yeah. It's nice.
Thanks very much.
Lovely.
Do you mind if I join you?
No.
Thanks very much. You just finished?
Yeah.
Is it nice? Well, I'm about to try it, but Paul, why do you specifically come here to eat the pie and mash?
For the taste. You won't get nowhere, there's nowhere else like it.
It's the best pie and mash in Bethnal Green, is it? Right, I'm going to try it then. Right, bit of liquor. Not bad. Well, another type of food that the East End is famous for is curry. Generations of immigrants have used this as their first stop into the UK. The French Huguenots, the Irish, the Jews, and now the Bangladeshis. They make up 30% of the population now, and with me is one of their most prominent members, the Baroness of Bethnal Green. Have you lived here all your life?
No, I came here when I was 16 and got married. I did come to London when I was 13, and very, very pleased, having come from Bangladesh, to come to Bethnal Green. Of course, I now know many other areas in London, and I wouldn't have chosen anywhere else to come and live.
Why?
The range of history, the people, and the whole way that, you know, we as a community have grown together over the last 18, 20 years. I've loved all of the experience that has taught me.
So what changes have you seen since you lived here then?
Some people will say that I'm in the House of Lords, and that's a remarkable change. When I got married first, I lived just on top of Brick Lane here, Bethnal Green Road, and I was married in Bethnal Green Road itself. And we weren't allowed out as women on Sundays, because every Sundays you'd have flush of National Front members, you know, sort of walking through the markets and intimidating all the shopkeepers and any Bengalis that were around in the market. So that's my early memories of Bethnal Green. In terms of community, it's extremely supportive, and it's a very safe place to live. But in terms of education, housing, employment, there's obviously still a lot to do.
Now, traditionally, the immigrants who came here used this as their first stop in London and then moved on somewhere else. Do you think that's going to happen with your community?
There's been a lot of debate about that, and I'm absolutely certain when I say definitely not. I think this is certainly our home. There's a lot of support within each other, and we're trying to ensure that we aren't moving on anywhere else. This is our last stop, and this is our home.
Baroness, thanks very much for talking to us. I've got to leave you now because I'm off to meet two very different residents of Bethnal Green. Well, in a moment, we're going to meet two people who've lived in Bethnal Green for over 80 years. In fact, they live in this house here. And this road used to have another side to it over there, but now it's got a park, which is called Weavers' Fields. And it's called that because that whole area used to be covered with lots of little weavers' cottages, turning out more cloth than anywhere else in England. But first, in here for a cuppa.
Hello there.
Hello.
A cup of tea?
Oh, yes, please. Well, thanks very much for inviting us in. Thanks, great cup of tea here. How long have you lived here?
Been here 49 years.
Oh, that's a long
to be
time.
really. And I've always lived in this road. Well, we have. And I'm born down here. Went to school down here. Got married down, courted down here, got married down here.
The families lived together here more. Since the war, the families, as the youngsters have grown up, they've got married and they've moved out. So Bethnal Green is not like it used to be. It was a community, it was a family.
So you're telling me that a lot of people have moved out of the area,
Yes.
but you've stayed. What's made you stay?
My work. Because this area was more or less all cabinet making, all small shops, small firms. Down where the flower market is, that was all little cabinet makers then. Now it's all the flower market.
So what other changes have you seen in Bethnal Green in the years that you've lived here?
You were neighbours. You're what you call neighbours. You could leave your door open, but you can't now.
Why is that?
Well, you should know why, surely.
People
So,
walk
you
in
don't
and
trust
take things that
nobody.
don't belong to them.
They don't trust nobody, see? We had hard lives. We had to work. And we had to go to work when we were working age. And if you didn't go to work, well, you got nothing. You know what I mean?
And do you like it better or worse?
Well, of course, I mean, you're asking someone of a lot of years back that said a lot of good life here, but not now.
Plenty of parties here then.
We used to have plenty of parties.
We've had
we've had some
good times here.
Yeah, we had good times. But when you get to our age now, you're settling down, ain't you? Taking things as they come.
That's right.
Should be, eh? Should be.
Well, we've heard about the history of Bethnal Green, but could buildings like this one be its future? Designer apartments are popping up as soon as anyone can convert an old warehouse or a factory like this one. Yep, after a couple of 100 years, the wealthy are moving back into Bethnal Green to loft apartments like this one, but they're not taking over. Next door live a family from Bangladesh, a couple of doors down are Mr. and Mrs. Peters, who we met earlier today, and round the corner is the pie and mash shop, and that's what makes Bethnal Green such an interesting place to live.
Unfortunately, Channel 1 will cease broadcasting at 6 o'clock on Friday, the 25th of September. If you need more information, then call 0181 938 3651.
Imagine a room with light, space and warmth. A room that could transform your home. With Portland Conservatories, it's easier than you think. Choose from a wide range of designs, all handcrafted in traditional seasoned hardwood to give you lasting beauty and maximum durability. Portland offers a complete service, from design and planning, groundwork and construction to the finishing touches, taking care of everything from start to finish and all at affordable prices. Call Portland now on 0800 269126 to arrange an appointment and take advantage of our free no-obligation design service. Call right now on 0800 269126. That's 0800 269126.
Now you could cut the cost of buying a brand new fitted kitchen by calling Kitchens Direct. Kitchens Direct aims to give you extra value and extra savings because it has no showrooms and no middlemen. Instead, you deal direct with an expert team of designers, fitters and highly skilled craftsmen to give you a complete kitchen service at an amazing price. So call Kitchens Direct now on 0800 123 321 and we'll send you a free copy of our brochure as well as information about current offers. Call 0800 123 321. Kitchens Direct. Why pay more than you have to?
Today in Sudan, many thousands of children are in desperate need. Years of civil war and drought have destroyed homes and crops and torn children away from their families. Children are already starving, and now the harvest could fail again. These children urgently need our help. Save the Children is working in Sudan right now to give children food, water, and protection. We're helping life-saving food get through to those who need it most. We're caring for children who have lost their families, and we're looking to the future. So many families have lost everything that they need our help to rebuild their lives. We're giving them clean water to drink, tools to plant new crops, and pots to cook the food they grow. Simple things that could mean better lives for so many children. Now Save the Children needs your help. By making a credit card donation of £15, you can help our vital work continue. Please call 0345 45 15 15 now. For a child in Sudan, your £15 could be the difference between life and death. Thank you.
To arrange an appointment and take advantage of our free no-obligation design service, call Portland Conservatories right now on 0800 269126.
This is Channel 1.
Hello, I'm Julian Aston, and for the last 4 years I've been the Managing Director of Channel 1 Television. I'm sorry to tell you that on the 25th of September at 6 o'clock in the evening, Channel 1 will stop transmitting. Thank you very much for watching and supporting the channel, and here for the next half an hour is some Channel 1 Gold.
Good afternoon and welcome to the very first broadcast from Channel 1.
It only takes one video journalist to get a story.
Hello, my name's Julia Caesar.
Patrick O'Hagan. Channel 1 has more video journalists covering London's news than the BBC, ITN and Sky News put together.
Patricia Aduda.
We'd like to introduce you to all of them.
Kate Ashley.
Here are just some.
Dan Rowland.
If you live or work in London, Channel 1 has the news you can use.
For almost 20 years, it was rented out to various housing associations before being squatted in by the campaigners a year ago. They pledged to stop the new road going ahead at any cost. Many of the houses were filled with rubbish. In the basements below, bunkers were built to stop bailiffs taking them easily. But just after 2 on Monday afternoon, police and bailiffs moved in. 700 officers arrived to take part in Operation Garden Party. They filled local streets, eventually sealing them off. Many protesters were thrown out of Claremont Road and were angry at the police action.
A woman was lying on the ground and they walked on her. I have never been so disgusted, and I've seen a lot in the campaigns.
Most will eventually give up, but the diehards buried in the houses, up on the roofs and up almost 100 foot of scaffolding, say they'll be there to the very end.
Whilst they were clearing the scene, an explosion occurred at 7 o'clock. There have been a number of casualties.
Latest reports say hundreds of people have been injured. A fleet of 80 ambulances ferried the injured to hospitals in the area.
The estimate for the damage has risen from an original figure of £50 million to between £100 and £150 million. As the true extent of the destruction becomes clear, that figure is likely to rise again. The blast that shattered 17 months of peace has claimed the lives of 2 people. There had been fears throughout the day that 2 men who worked in the area were missing. One body was recovered from the rubble after many hours of searching, and late in the evening came the confirmation that a second body had been discovered.
The IRA tried and failed to blow up Hammersmith Bridge. 30 pounds of explosive, the largest amount ever discovered on mainland Britain, was found in 2 holdalls. The potential disruption and loss of life could have been enormous. Mercifully, the detonator failed.
This was the worst violence seen in London in years. For hours, dozens of fires burned and a pall of smoke hung over the area. Barricades went up and dozens of cars and shops were torched and looted. It all started when a demonstration outside Brixton police station got out of hand.
This was to be the people's visit, their chance to meet the great man, his chance to meet with them.
I want to assure you that I love each and every one of you here without exception.
president then emerged to be mobbed by an enthusiastic crowd.
I saw him and it was just great. It's just great. I hope when Jesus comes it'll be such a good feeling.
A remarkable event, a remarkable man.
Totally shattered. It didn't really hit me at all yesterday.
She was our princess.
Bye-bye, darling. Bye-bye.
Everyone wanted to shake hands with Britain's first Labour Prime Minister in 2 decades. It took a full 10 minutes for the new residents of number 10 to make their way through the mass of Union Jacks. Some found their dream made reality all too much. Then came the formal acknowledgement.
I've just accepted Her Majesty the Queen's kind offer to form a new administration of government in this country.
VE weekend, and the nation gives thanks for the sacrifice of our Second World War servicemen and women. Inevitably, some memories are sad.
One of our troops, a troop consists of about 60 men. And when we walked away on that morning after, there were 6 of them.
Had it not been for what I would call the hero generation of 40 to 45, this country would have surrendered to Hitler in the summer of 1940.
It's on time, on track and on budget. So said Mr. Blair as his initials on a plaque were hoisted high into the top of the Millennium Dome roof. All of those involved in this massive feat of engineering were looking very proud.
The next ceremony I think we'd like to see is December the 31st, 99. In the meantime, we've got a lot of single dates to meet.
It seems there's also a lot of work to do at winning the public over. In a survey just released, nearly twice as many young Britons said they'd rather see in the new year in New York's Times Square than in our Millennium Dome.
The derailed commuter train carrying 400 passengers was thrown onto its side, trapping dozens of people inside.
Next thing, they sort of went up in an arch. There was an almighty crash, I'll never forget that. And all the girders over above all came down, there were sparks and smoke everywhere.
Fire crews fought for 2 hours with heavy lifting and cutting equipment to free those trapped on the train.
A private prosecution of 3 youths accused of murdering Eltham teenager Stephen Lawrence collapsed in confusion at the Old Bailey. His parents brought the case after the Crown Prosecution Service had dropped charges against those alleged to have been involved.
Pandemonium outside the Stephen Lawrence inquiry as the 5 suspects are escorted out of the building. Much of the frustration during the inquiry has been directed at police inaction at the time of Stephen's murder in 1993.
People have felt frustrated by the evasiveness of the prime suspects in this case, evading the inquiry questions, failing to get out the truth, and I think that has left people in a very annoyed and very angry state.
8 a.m, power breakfast time. All over town, politicians and scroungers alike are saving their bacon, and their sausage, and their jam, and their eggs.
When I've got it, I'm going to have it.
Oh, look, there's a big plate of sausages there. Do you want to have
No, I'm not a sausage man at all.
Sadly, not everyone's so keen to share.
I don't know what it is, but you're not invited.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
This is my room. Oh,
Sorry. But chicken legs are good. What do you think of quiche?
Well, I don't think the quiche is as good as chicken legs.
Really?
To be absolutely honest.
Yeah. I think if you have one of those, you'll agree with me.
How did you get in?
I don't know. I'm a journalist. How did you get in?
I was invited.
Really?
Yeah, but unfortunately I've got to go and do some work. It's the first one I've been to today, so I'm not sure I can enlighten you.
That's quite moderate of you, because I've been to tons.
Have you?
Well, I've been to a number of parties, and I think that's it's quite fun, to go to parties. But I think that's really enough.
No, the runaway winner has to be this guy.
We are thoroughly grateful for him to be Foreign Secretary.
Harry, you've had a few tonight, haven't you?
No,
No?
no, no,
You do sound like it.
no, no, no.
And an epitaph to the day.
But we had to get together, settle the issue, and fight the election.
Can I come next year?
You may come next year. I hope you behave yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Where are the tragic pigeons going? My new sidekick and I launched an investigation. Are you the manager of this place?
Yes, I am the manager of this place.
We've heard reports you're using pigeons in your curry.
No, we are using the finest Dutch chicken in our restaurant, best chicken curry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
In Chinatown, more alarming clues began to surface.
What have you got here? What are these things?
Oh, there's roast duck.
Roast duck?
Yeah, canteen roast duck.
They look a bit like pigeons to me.
No, actually, they're a bit bigger than pigeon.
Are you sure they're not pigeons?
Of course not.
Are you sure they're not pigeons?
Yes.
6,000 bottles of champagne,
300,000 cups of tea,
80,000 sandwiches,
200 toilets.
and millions upon millions of beautiful blooms. Hair drying the lawn is not unknown here as growers vie for one of the Society's prestigious gold medals. The Chelsea Flower Show has been organised by the Royal Horticultural Society since 1888. Top gardeners now spend more than £15 million on their exhibits in a 3.5-acre marquee, the biggest tent in Britain.
Let's hear the winning choir singing Swimming Free.
Unfortunately, Channel 1 will cease broadcasting at 6 o'clock on Friday, the 25th of September. If you need more information, then call 0181 938 3651.
That satiny smooth feeling. Now it's all yours with the Gillette Sensor XL for women. Feel its unique handle and non-slip rubber grip. Feel how the protective microfins safely cushion your skin. How each blade responds to your every curve. Sensor XL for women. Hold on to the feeling. And try Satin Care, the moisture-rich shave gel from Gillette.
While you're just sitting there, think of the fun you could be having. With 20% off your first order, the new Choice catalogue is out now. For your free copy, call 0500 666 111 today. Do you want to be in the movies? Do you want to appear in a science fiction feature film?
you could appear on the big screen. For more information on how you could take part, call 0660 115511 and we'll send you details. Are you ready to witness the return?
Emma, how do you like your coffee?
I like it with body. A smooth body. With a taste just this side of decadence. Rich, mysterious, with dark bubbles popping on the surface, and a mouthfeel of silk and velvet.
Right.
New Black Gold from Nescafe. A rich revelation in taste.
Nescafe. I hate squirrels. Mind you, they're not the nuttiest things in this garden. This family haven't got a clue. They think RCD is our compact disc. RCD? Residual current device? How these nutters haven't been dry roasted by now, heaven only knows. I hate birds too. Don't think I'm cut out to be a garden gnome.
Be safe in your garden. Read this leaflet.
Every Sunday on Performance, tune in and chill out to the masters of jazz. Nina Simone, Wynton Marsalis, Dave Brubeck, Art Blakey, Cleo Lane, Ornette Coleman, and Joshua Redman. Sunday Jazz, every Sunday at 11 p.m., only on Performance.
Welcome back. If you've been a regular viewer of Channel 1 over the last 4 years, you'll know that the channel is about more than news. Here's a selection of some of our favourite features.
Hi, I'm Julia Caesar, and this is The Biz.
We never bought into that Pete Townsend hope I die before I get old crap.
Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
Do you enjoy making videos?
I have never met Bruce Willis, and I really don't want to.
I didn't want it to sound like any other dumb blonde you've ever seen.
Even with Bruce, it ended up being a low-budget movie.
No, I don't get recognised that much, actually.
There's always things going on, and for the music scene, it's kind of the best.
Nobody beats the Biz.
Listen, everybody, there's more to come.
Hello and welcome to Paint It Red, the only daily arts and entertainment show in town.
Critics suggested that the confession would wreck his career.
I quite like the fact that we sort of get out there and celebrate what we do well.
We've gone far too far with sex.
The camera loves Pamela Anderson. I don't get it. You're riveted by that. Too much talk and not enough chat.
Hello and welcome to the heart of Channel 1. This is the control room where most of our programmes come from, but today's show is very different. So come with me as we boldly go where no show has ever been before, because today Channel 1 is making television history as we broadcast the first ever live and interactive show about the internet and the digital revolution we're living through. We are live and interactive. I'm Jez Nelson, and each week I'll be joined by Danny O'Brien and Dave Green from Wired magazine for a user-friendly guide to the internet and the digital revolution. Email is electronic mail. P-mail is carrier pigeon mail. 1, 2, 3, and there they go. The pigeon goes flying off into the dark. The email got there in 38 seconds, whereas that flying rat got there in 7 minutes.
This is our route. First of all, we start at Plymouth on the ferry.
Looks like we found our first night then.
Well, the fat content in one croissant is equivalent to 8 muffins.
I'm just hiding behind this tree because these fools are scary, man. Sunday, and I've just committed the cardinal sin for a backpacker, not changing enough travellers' checks. I'm in deep problems here, deep problems. Where am I going to change money? Because we've got a hotel bill to pay, we've only got half the cash.
So we might stop off on the way, and we might end up in the middle of nowhere.
It's party time. Am I sexy? Sexy, me?
Hello and welcome to Talk Show.
To test its load carrying to the full, we're going to see if we can get the whole unruly talk show crew plus equipment into the Charan in comfort. Well, as soon as you get in this car, you just fall in love with it.
And it's a wonderful car to drive.
Today we're visiting Charlotte Street. It's also called the Street of 1,000 Restaurants.
And if you fancy a snack or a full sit-down meal, then Villa Carlotta is the place for you. It's ideal for a serious business lunch.
Oh, no, a serious dinner for two. You have got to come here to this wonderful Italiano delicatessen, Fratelli Camisa. Mwah.
Is it the fault of the press who are covering the shows that they pick up on the wrong things?
I didn't think the clothes were sensational enough to actually take to the catwalk.
What we're good at is putting the good clothing down and also finding a way of grabbing attention.
Those models and who are that sort of waif-like are very difficult for people to identify with.
What are you giggling at?
We wrote for what made the six of us laugh.
You had a good body in those days. He was obviously
What do you mean
attractive.
in those days?
I meant for 15.
I rather just want love and affection and warmth.
I know my wrongs and my rights.
Bottom line is I was born with taste. I always felt like I probably had a message for the world. I don't know.
The Prize Shorts competition launched by Channel 1 TV invited young filmmakers from around Britain to submit works for the chance to win £5,000 and have their film premiered on television. 120 entries were received, which the 4 judges whittled down to just 24 finalists.
I had to get the cash because I had to do my own decorating. I needed to get another Jasper Conran book to sort some things out. I've got some bad coving and I needed to get it done!
Some of the entrants are already reaping the benefits of the competition. In particular, Shane Meadows, who wrote, directed and starred in Where's the Money, Ronnie?
One of the judges, Steve Woolley, saw the film in America and really liked it, you know, and they rang me from New York and just said, you know, just basically asked if I'd got any other work that I could send out outside of the competition. They haven't said, oh, we're going to give you loads of money or anything like that yet, but we're just in development. But, I mean, for me, just to have had a call from New York was great, because, I mean, Nan thinks I'm really famous in that, you know.
Auschwitz. 50 years after liberation, a group of Jews from northwest London visit Poland. For some, it's a return to their roots.
I remember these buildings very well.
A chance to come to terms with the Holocaust.
We cannot live with anger or hatred because it will destroy us.
Where was the world? That's what I've lost faith. I've lost faith in mankind.
Here alone, almost 2 million Jews were sent to their deaths. For the few who weren't immediately sent to the gas chambers, it was a living hell.
The horrors that really went on there are unimaginable for the normal human being.
London is the place for me.
The coming together of two cultures.
When you get to experience another culture, the only thing you can do is benefit.
First impressions of a new life.
You come here and find you're stuck in one room with a husband and a baby.
The passion.
I was surviving. I had to survive.
And the progression.
It's different now than it was 30 years ago.
Do you want us to relay?
Just calm yourself down, the ambulance is on the way.
Hang on, get the door down. Please!
Oh, no, that should be possible. Yeah. Hi.
Well, there you are. After nearly 35,000 hours of continuous broadcasting to London, Channel 1 is about to close down. I hope during these 4 years we've entertained you, informed you, and from time to time amused you. There's not a lot to say now, but thank you for watching, and goodbye from Channel 1.
certain number. Sit back and enjoy. Control what you watch with the box. Now is the time to choose.